Jamming, THORSDAY, headed to the gym, season 9, summer strength still in effect. I'm wondering today whether to start off with deadlifts or not. We did the leg bomb on Tuesday, and I'm thinking maybe we should do deadlifts once a week, twice, maybe 3 times a fortnight. Not really sure. We'll figure it out as we go along. So if we don't start with deadlifts, then we could start with the deep squats. Lightweight, go deep, hold them at the bottom, and that way we get a little bit more flexibility as we're building strength. We haven't done pull-ups in a while, so maybe we ought to do those today. I've been taking it easy on the joints because sometimes the elbow plays up doing those weighted pull-ups. And what I'm thinking is, as a strategy, maybe do 4 or 5 weighted and then leave the weight and continue for the next 4 or 5. That might be good for a mix because it's really easy. I got them between my feet so I can get those first few done and drop it gently and finish up. We did some proper bench pressing on Tuesday as well. I don't think I mentioned that. So we may be able to get back to the bench in the fall, functional fall. We've been working on our chest work. It's mostly shoulder work for me because shoulders are a little bit on the weak side. However, there's also those injuries. So I think mine might be holding me back a little bit as well. And of course, we'll do all of the in-between stuff, and it is lengthy. There's stretching, there's oscillation, there's wrist work, there's forearm work, there's calf work, there's stretching and reaching, and then there's a little bit at the end for the gun show. And with that, let's get busy, y'all. Into the gym, get the job done. Check back with you right after this. I'm doing now what I should have been doing between the ages of 25 and 35. And if I believed in regrets, that is, by regretting something, I could change it, I would regret that decade of inactivity and sedentary lifestyle. However, on the other hand, if I hadn't experienced it then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now, and I wouldn't have the mindset that I have now for fitness. So that decade set me up for every decade that came after it. So I'm not mad, I'm not bitter, but sometimes I imagine where I could be now if I didn't have that 10-year gap in my fitness training. Okay friends, checking in from the gym. We had to wait a while, but we finally got to the sweet spot. We got most of the heavy stuff done in the first 90 minutes, so now we're taking it a little bit easy. More details at the end. Alrighty, sports fans, it was a most excellent day in the gym, both for strength, fitness, workout, and for conversation and seeing people that I haven't seen in quite a while. And here's a little trick. Have a little conversation with someone is like a rest, and when I go back to the exercise, I'm a lot stronger. So back to longer breaks. Today's highlight is proper bench press, knuckles up. We were repping low reps, 145, man. 145 had been eluding us for the longest time. And back in the day, 20 years ago, 24 years ago maybe, I used to warm up with that, man. I never thought I'd be lifting less than 135. And now I'm happy to get it. Bench press was our finisher. We started with squats, the deep squats, the long holds. We didn't go much past 145, but getting to 145 and being able to go down that deep and bringing it up from down there, that's a plus, man. We got good flexibility, good strength, good balance on the low hold. We did combination pull-ups like I mentioned in part 1. We're going to pull up the 70s and then let the 70 go and just do the last few pull-ups with no weight, and that's how we did it. We did a 3 by 6, and the 3 would be with the weight and then 6 more without the weight, and we finally finished up with a 6 by 6. We got 6 with the weight and then 6 more without the weight, and going a little bit slower. But man, let me tell you, that's brutal. That's brutal for this vessel, man. So for the deadlift session, we did RDLs, relatively light weights, relatively high reps. We got some core in there. We got several sets of planks. We did some horseback stance, did a little bit of shoulder work. We did reverse grip, military press, and feeling a little bit stronger about that too. We still haven't gotten up to 100 pounds yet, and the left side is lacking, so that's going to be a while. So it was a very, very good, very high vibration, high frequency, relatively strong session today. And with that, it's a wrap. Thanks as always for checking in. Oh yeah, also a little bit for the gun show, and we managed to record one set. Nothing major, just to let you know that I'm not talking out my neck. Thanks again, friends. Appreciate you. See you next workout.